All right, working with content, and so adding images and endnotes, and working with some links here as well is what we'll go over. And so, what we have in Microsoft Word, I've got my sections and my subsections set up. And so I found something on Basics Liquid that I like. And so what I'm going to do is I'm going to take this material, and copy it. I'm going to go back here and I am going to paste it. Okay. Now what I can do is I'm going to get this little paste options here, and I can actually just go to match destination format. And so if you see that was up there, match destination formatting. So what it'll do, it'll bring up the same font and things that we want. And we'll talk about font in our next meeting as well. So we're consistent there. But and the first thing I'm going to do is I'm going to actually just go through and just remove all these hyperlinks. So I can highlight, some of these are already hyperlinked. I'm going to take it, right click, and just remove the hyperlink. Okay. Now I see there's something that's bolded as well. And so what I can do is I can make everything bold and unbold it. And now everything looks the same. Okay. And so if you take a look at it and we want to, for instance, we talked about this last week too. So the second state of matter we'll discuss is a liquid. Okay, so I want the definition of a liquid. And so what I'm going to do is I'm going to go to Google. And what I'm going to do is I'm going to type in the word liquid definition. Okay. And now what Google will do is it'll define it for me already. But what I'm going to do is I'm going to go to the freedictionary.com, see what they have here, or dictionaryreference.com, whatever. Okay, and so here is the definition of a liquid. It plays a sound for me as well. Okay, and so I want to link to this. What I do is I go up to the URL up top, and I select it and copy it. Go back to my book, and I know that the word liquid is the one that I want, so I highlight liquid, and I can, there's two ways to do it. The easiest way is to right click on it and just go to hyperlink. The second way is you can do to insert, and you can insert to hyperlink, whatever works for you. I like to right click, hyperlink. Actually, there's three ways. Now you can actually do Control K, and that'll send you to there as well. The same Control K sends you its keyboard shortcut. I'm going to go right click, hyperlink. Now over here, I'm just going to make sure that it's existing file or web page, because I'm linking to a web page, and I just paste in my URL and I click OK. And now that becomes a link that I can click on, and it will send me out to the definition, which is right here, which is what it's doing, and there it is. And so that's creating a link as well as working with some of the content. Now, where I got this material, I want to maybe insert, and we talked about inserting an endnote. And so what I'm going to do is at the end of this paragraph, because this is where I got it, and if I got more information, I'll just put it at the end. Go to references, and I'm just going to insert an endnote. And this came from right here. Okay, chemforkids.com. What I can do is I can take this URL as well. I can copy this. And so that's where I got that information from. And again, you can match your destination formatting if you want. And where it's adding it right now is actually on additional resources. These will continue to go down. And actually what I'll do is I'll end up putting a page break in here as well, so this will automatically be on a separate page. And so there's all your references. Pretty easy to do, pretty quickly. And so if I go back up here, here's a little I, just tells me that there's an end note and where it came from. Okay. Now inserting images, And so liquid, I went out to the Wikimedia Commons and I found an image of liquid. Okay, I just searched liquid. Now I take a look at, the first thing I want to do is I want to take a look at the copyright holder of this work, hereby publish it under the following license. Okay, and so I'm free to share and I'm free to remix as long as I give attribution and we share like it as well. Okay, and so the author of this is Roger McClassis. And so what I'm going to do is I'm going to take this picture, I'm going to copy the image, bring it back to my Word document, and I'm going to paste my image. Okay, now it's really big, I can resize it. Okay. Oops. Cursor is off by one. Okay. Now, maybe I like my image there, maybe I don't. The first thing I have to do is I have to insert my caption. Okay. You could also, I suppose, do an endnote if you want. From there, and you can say image from Roger McClassis, and I forgot how to spell his name. From the Wikimedia Commons. I can take that URL, copy it, go up here, create my hyperlink just as I would before, paste it, click OK. Okay, you can do it that way, and now your image is like that. It's got the little endnote by it. Or I can take it and I can insert a caption. What I'm going to do is I'm going to exclude my label, otherwise it keeps the word figure in there. And say image from, I already forgot his name, Roger McClassis. Click OK. Now you can take this, you can make it smaller as well. Now that picture has a caption underneath it. Okay. Either way, you're still giving the attribution to where it is. See that the little 2 takes up less space if you want to do that. Now, so I've given it attribution, things like that. So what can I do with this image? Now, if I click on my image, I get picture tools. I can format. And the easiest, best thing to do is to take it and take a look at text wrapping. What do you want to do with it? Okay, do you want it to be square within the text? So it'll do that. It'll square up the text. Do you want to do tight within the text? So it kind of moves around with you. Okay. Do you want to put it behind text? So do you want a little background image behind the text? You can do that, and we can change the coloring and things like that of it. In front of the text, just on the top and bottom, so wherever you put it, top and bottom, through the text. And so you just kind of got to play around with it a little bit. I like the tight one because it'll wrap it around, putting things different spots. And also take note of your endnote moved. And so we can take that. And put it there. Okay, and so kind of nice to be able to play around with that a little bit. And so on the next video, what I'm going to show you is how to link, if you want to do a YouTube video, things like that, link images, things like that. And so we'll save that for the next one.